Core field stabilized. Intaro Atun.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, it's gonna be Stork versus ForGG here on Gladiator. It's another RJB replay of RJB TV fame, bottom left. Gonna be our red Protoss, it is Stork, and in the bottom right of Gladiator, it is our blue Terran, it is ForGG. Woof! So again, Gladiator, all roads lead to this center base. It's a 4-player map. This is a spawn location, and this is a spawn location. You're on the low ground, and a ramp leading up to your natural here, and a minerals only base here. Where is your third base? What is easy to take? Maybe this one? Yeah, this one. Ramp leading up, and that's the only access, but I think a tank parked right here can hit your main base, but we'll have to see. Stork is a very, very excellent Protoss here. ForGG is an excellent Terran as well. And RJB said about this replay, let's see here. Insane early mid-game action and micro. Okay, so insane early mid-game action and micro. So I'm interested to see what he means by that, what this is all about here today. We got a gateway on the way from Stork. What's going on in Falcon land? Oh, let's see. Took the kids out to technically a corn maze. I went with a couple of my sisters and their spouses. It was a good time, good family outing. And technically there was a corn maze, but there was all this other stuff there too. Like, that was the fun thing about it. There was a zip line you could do. There was a big slide, like one of those potato sack slides you see at state fairs sometimes. You could shoot a bow and arrow. There was a rock climbing wall you could rappel up. They had like belay lines and everything. It was super fun. They had like a bunch of bounce houses. So we did all that stuff and never actually got to do the corn maze. But technically it's a corn maze. Yeah, what was it called? East something ranch. Google wants me to review it. They've been talking about this for a while now. You're popular. How was Cross E Ranch? That's what it's called. Cross E Ranch. It's up in the Salt Lake City-ish area. It's on a farm, so not in the city. But anyway, that was a lot of fun. Additionally, I've been watching Andor on Disney+. I don't know. I'm a little disappointed in Star Wars. Actually, a lot disappointed in Star Wars over the last little bit. Like, Boba Fett was not good at all. What I like about The Mandalorian is it's not the writing, right? The writing's okay. It's not great. I just like the relationship between Mando and Grogu in there. So that's why I like it. But let me tell you something. They got Tony Gilroy, okay, to do Andor, and it is the best written, best acted, best shot, like best filmed thing from the Star Wars universe that I've seen. Oh man, maybe since Rogue One? Is Rogue One the best one? It might be. I might be enjoying it more than I enjoyed Rogue One, okay? Like anything in the sequel trilogy, this knocks it out of the water. It's exactly what I want. It is Star Wars using its own sandbox. There's no Skywalkers around that I've found yet. I'm only like 3 episodes into it. I'll have watched more by the time this thing posts, but man, so Tony Gilroy wrote the screenplays for the original Bourne trilogy. Okay, so that's what he's done. He wrote and directed Michael Clayton, Duplicity, and wrote Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. So he knows what he's doing, man. Tony Gilroy has been nominated for Academy Awards, for writing and directing. So, like, yeah, this guy is serious business. And that's it. Like, what is this? Proxy Robo in the middle. Okay, Stork's doing some cool stuff. Enough talking about Andor. I recommend it, though. Okay, great. Dragoon pressure coming in and, defending against this Vulture. I'm like, it's going the wrong way for that. Yeah, so Vulture casually. This is standard PvT stuff. Vulture out. Dragoon. Actually, the fact that there's a Vulture out this fast is a little bit weird in PvT. Usually you got some Marines, and you put a bunker up and try to expand, etc., etc. But gets sniped. Gets 5 kills, though. So it's 21 to 14 workers. But the Proxy Robo finishes in the middle here. Okay, where's the bay? We're going to warp in the bay up here. There's not a probe up here to do that. So, like, you're just getting obs? Where's your observatory? Help me. He's just getting a shuttle. Okay, cool. So this is going to be dropping Dragoons, bypassing the bunker, getting into the main base. All right. So far this is good. So far I think this has lived up to what RGB told us it was going to be, isn't it? That Vulture run by, killing 5 probes, really knocking Stork down on the eco. Also, this pressure, standard stuff. Oh, is he going to get this tank? 1 volley, 2 volleys, and no Dragoons die. That's a sick play for sure. ForGG camera, come back. Okay, shuttle's here, and now there's a Reaver on the way. Where's that? Oh, the robotic support is right here. Was that warping in the whole time? Am I blind? Deploy the birthday wishes. Wait, no, that's a Star Wars meme version. It's a Rogue One meme, though, isn't it? Director Krennic. Look, Rogue One, that's the thing. I remember Rogue One mostly for the space battle. It's might be my favorite space battle in all of Star Wars, which says something. And then the Darth Vader scene at the end where he just pones those hapless rebels. That's like the scariest Darth Vader and awesomest he's ever been. So like that's what I remember from Rogue One. I didn't necessarily fall in love with Cassian Andor as a character or Jyn Erso as characters. KS2O is great. Anyway, enough ranting about Star Wars. This is some pretty good Dragoon micro. One of them goes down. It took some previous hits here for sure. This is a lot of SCV lost mining time, though. Dragoons are like, no, we must kill the tanks. We can't do it. We're taking shots all over the place. So many dead Marines. Dragoons rolling behind the mineral line. It does take so many shots for a Dragoon to kill an SCV, but they got one. They got one. It's still 15 to 27 workers, though. And Shuttle comes in now with a Reaver. You thought you liked the first drop. How do you like these apples? Says Stork. Unloading by 2 unsieged siege tanks. Oh, you're just going to do that then, huh? Okay, great. So fires on that tank. Big hit. Knocks it down to sub 50% HP. Another shot on that tank. Knocks it down to way below. Kills it. Nice. That tank's injured. This tank has full HP. Scarab connects. A bunch of SCVs die there, too. It's still 24 workers for ForGG. He's not dying economically here. Oh, that Scarab gets caught up on nothing. Okay, gets caught up on the mineral patches. Can he unload here? Yo, if the Dragoon eats the shot, absolutely. SCV's dying there, too. Really wants to unload and kill this tank. Like, really bad, but you don't want to take a tank hit for it, and you don't have anything to buffer for you. Meanwhile, this bunker has 1 Marine in it, so the Dragoons try to jump in here and kill that turret, so dropping over here is more viable. This, okay, Reaver's still in there, very injured. Tank protecting it quite nicely. Yeah, this is an aggressive 1 base opening from Stork, and I don't know if he's getting enough damage to make it worth it. It's still 27 to 18 workers, a 2-basing Terran versus another tank gonna die, though, versus a 1-basing Protoss is not ideal. Not ideal for Stork here, not even a tiny bit. Wow. So a quick reminder, hit your like button if you're enjoying this game. This is an RJB special for sure. Have we calmed down a little bit? Have we calmed down a tiny bit here? Bunker being repaired by 1 SCV. Probably should be 2, but whatever. More Reavers? Yeah, more Reavers coming in. Shuttle makes it out. Really didn't take too much hull damage. It still got 55 HP there, in addition to the shields at it. Another tank down. I don't know. Like, Stork's doing a ton of work here, but ForGG's up in economy. He's on 2 bases. Stork may be going to expand, but he just keeps spending his money on more Dragoons and Scarabs and stuff. So he needs 400 minerals for that, and he's just not interested in it. Where's this probe going? We're going to make a pylon. Seriously. We're going to expand this time, says Stork. We're going to do the thing. Yo, tank. Shots. Bunker repaired, but repairing it means your SCVs are in danger. That's exactly right. Dragoons and Reaver working together. They lose a Dragoon in the process, but they're losing so much mining time, and so many minerals are being devoted to keeping this bunker alive. Can you imagine being in this bunker in this game? You've been hit by Reaver shots and Dragoon shots galore. Just non-stop. It's like you're in World War I in a trench somewhere, and you're just getting mortars dropped on your head non-stop. And people around you are dying everywhere, and you're just like, ugh. There's nothing you can do but just shoot at the stuff that gets close enough for you to shoot at it, you know? Crikey, mate. This is insane. So it's 32 to 25 workers, and Stork did finally start a second Nexus. So that's good news. Reaver shot. Did that connect on the SCVs? Oh, okay. Both of them, I guess. Porque no los dos, says the Reaver. I will kill tanks and I will kill SCVs. Look at this stupid, dumb. Hey, killed a worker. I swear, the longer the Scarab is out of the Reaver, the bigger the chance it doesn't do anything. It does no damage whatsoever when it finally connects. Or explodes, right? I love that it has a timer where it just will explode and do no damage. A third base from Stork would be amazing. He's going to try to get up to 3 bases and get that base lead here on ForGG. But man, if you didn't watch that Snow versus Artosis game from last week, you probably should. That was a lot of fun. And it was just the pinnacle of what happens when Reaver drops show up, and it's Artosis on the other end, not ForGG, right? ForGG is taking damage, but he's not dead. And Artosis is just like, well, I guess I'm dead now. So this is Stork doing it. Reaver says, die, missile turret, die, SCV. How many workers have died in this game? At least 5 probes, right? And then something like, I don't know, 10, 12 SCVs? Does that seem a fair estimate, or is that too low? Don't know, man. Anyway, no upgrades coming in from anybody. We're just trying to make stuff. Thanks, Siege Tanks, Dragoons. Oh my. Still hasn't quite taken a third base. Stork has. He's thinking about it. He's posturing. He's pondering. Pondering the meaning of taking a third base. And then, oh, there we go. We've decided. We've decided there's only one way up here, so we're going to pile on that off in case any vultures show up. But we're not making vultures right now. We're making siege tanks because we're dealing with dragoons and we're dealing with reavers. And vultures are not super good in that situation. Spider mines will help, yes, and he's working on the spider mine upgrade, as well as the faster vulture movement ion thrusters upgrade to Academy on the way. There's your third. So third base, whoop, coming up quite nicely for Stork. So yeah, he won bases. Doesn't kill ForGG and then decides, you know what we need now? Tank down. Bunker finally down. Insane. The bunker goes down after taking, I don't know, man, thousands of points of damage. Like thousands of points of damage, and that thing didn't die. Multiple thousands. I'm going to say it again. Thousands of points of damage on that bunker. Repair is good. It's expensive, but it's good. I mean, all things in StarCraft are... Oh, the Reaver dies. Tank shot wipes it out, and that's a back out. That is a... We're not going to push it anymore because the Reaver died. It took a tank shot, and that was that. So, ForGG, looking good. Feeling strong. He's lost a lot of workers, lost a lot of blood, but he's at 71 total supply, 40 workers to 39. The Protoss has caught up in economy. He's doing a huge Maynard transfer. Oh, which the probes find. Oh, the probes can't be protected by your wall if they're not inside the wall. Spider mine's laid. Is there observers yet? Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question, Falcon. Let's find out. Observatory, yes. There's an observer here. We've been seeing the observers, so yes, obviously. Ooh. Spider mine's getting target fired. Not connecting on Jack all there. Beautiful from Stork. Man, he handled that like an absolute pro because he is. And the vultures are like, can we get in here? No! There's really annoying pylon wall. But we can shoot at it a million times and it will die. Ugh. Spider mine's on the high ground. Always a danger. Always way more dangerous than spider mine's on the low ground. Very traditionally so. Just throw up a cannon here. You have a forge. Wait. Fact check. No, he doesn't have a forge. He can't make any cannons to defend that third base. That's amazing. ForGG is forced to be reckoned with. He's moving out. Got his tanks. They're forced to siege up because of the double Reavers inside the shuttle. But man, if ForGG ever sets up, like right, I don't know, here? Doesn't really have a great siege tank setup spot, does it? Here, maybe? Maybe you can hit that pylon from all the way up here, maybe. Maybe. I don't know, man. Sieging up. Bam. Dragoon taking shots. Firing away. Reaver shot. Beautiful Reaver shot. Yeah, if Stork wins this game, it's on the back of amazing Reaver shots. And if ForGG wins this game, it's due to just resiliency. Just being able to rebuild after losing tank after tank after tank after tank, and vulture after vulture, and SCV after SCV, and turret after turret. And I don't know, man. It's 80 to 68 supply, this tank count. We talk about it every PvT. You keep the tank count low as a Protoss, you're going to have a much easier time the longer the game goes on. It's absolutely... It's true. It's gospel truth in StarCraft. It's like, it's right up there with you have to harass a Zerg player or they will just out-macro you and kill you in the first 15 minutes. Every time. You have to harass the Zerg. I mean, harassment is really good in the other matchups too, but by golly, if you don't do it against Zerg, you're just dead. And if if you kill the tanks as a Protoss, especially early on, you're just happier. And this is it. This is Stork happy. He's up 99 to 70 total supply. The tank count is like 4, which, with no upgrades either. Again, not that there's not a forge. There's a forge on the way from Stork. And finally getting a Citadel of Adun, which means that Zealots are more viable. These guys are going to bust through, but there's a secondary wall. Secondary wall coming up here. Any sign of a third base from ForGG? That's what I would like to know. All right. Yeah, I think this is Stork's game. I'm looking at it. We're 15 minutes in. It's not over. But I just think Stork has done such a great job of killing tanks. There are 2 tanks on the field. Two more just pops. We're back up to 4, baby. Finally making some cannons. Yes, finally there's 1 cannon coming up. Oh, but maybe the vultures could kill it. They knew they would be focusing this oh, it's a pylon. That's the cannon. Never mind. Can they hit that? Maybe they can. I don't know, man. Either way, Stork doesn't have a ton of stuff, but he's willing to sacrifice everything he has to kill these tanks, and he does. His tank count is knocked down to 0. Okay, honestly, what Terran player can win a game where they have 0 tanks at 16 minutes? 0. Finally, cannon shows up to save the day. Vultures did get in. They're going to kill, like, a probe. Maybe 2. I think that was 1. I think that was 1 probe. Hey, guess what? We got 2 more tanks, baby. We're making them 2 at a time. But it's 108 to 63 supply. Stork has this thing well in hand right now. Just Dragoons, man. Who needs Zealots? Who needs them? Okay, he's making Zealots now. But yeah, if the tank count never gets high enough, you don't need the Zealots to deal with them. Your Dragoons can do it just fine. If the tank count gets high enough, then yeah, you need the Zealots at that point. You need the help. I love this Vulture run by, man. Just, you guys are rallying out there, huh? Cool. I'm just going to kill a bunch of your stuff. This Dragoon, I think, is just trying to get out. I'm pretty sure it's just trying to go, but now it's being controlled. Okay, that's funny. And ForGG, a little bit of a last-ditch effort to slow down the economy of Stork. And sure, he's doing that. He's killed some more probes. Absolutely. This Vulture's got 3 kills. It's still 55 to 39 workers in favor of the Protoss, and actually has some idle probes up here. That's how much he doesn't care. Any upgrades yet? No, because the Forge just finished. Okay, not just, but you know how it is. Third base coming in here. Tank count is 4. 4! Wait. Are any popping out? Yes. Gonna be 6. 6! 6. Cease. Siege tanks, man. It's just not enough. It's 128 to 87 total supply. This was 10, 15 siege tanks. Sure. This would work. We're just bringing slow Zealots in, by the way. Like, slow Zealots, dude. Yeah, that's it. Templar Archives coming in, but doesn't need it. ForGG taps out, and Stork is your winner in 18 minutes and 37 seconds. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're here for. Protoss fans are happy. ForGG. Man, so ForGG sent in this replay. RJB got it directly from ForGG. So hats off to ForGG for sending in a loss. That is for sure. Man, that was an excellent, excellent game. An excellent PvT here on Gladiator. The micro was good. The macro was good. ForGG weathering the storm. Weathering the one-base attack, but then Stork expanded and expanded again, and ForGG, his expansion came too late, but he couldn't protect it because he didn't have as many tanks because Stork killed him. That's it. Just killing tanks with 0 upgraded Dragoons. Somewhere Artosis is frowning. That is for sure. Woof. That was an exciting game. All right, so 75,000 points for ForGG, 93,000 from Stork. outproduced the Protoss player, but been outkilled by more than a 2-to-1 ratio. Ugh. Ugh. And Stork outspent the Terran player by 1,000 resources. But this is it. This is it. The kill-death ratio, 177 Terran units, 278 Protoss units. That's it. That's what's going on. Wow. That was a lot of fun. Hit that like button, okay? All right, so that's going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Hit that subscribe. Hit that like if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch. All at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.